I'll play you up, Mike.
You're already online. Why are you doing faces?
I don't care that.
I want you to care.
Yeah, stop trying to govern everything I do, please. Really. If I want to smile at the camera, I smile at the camera.
I wouldn't smile.
I'm going to do it anyway. So it's not going to change anything by trying to critique everything I'm doing. Don't be me, man. Please. Thank you.
Okay, our time stands 12:30. We're going to switch over to Studio B. Good afternoon to Michael Jenkins and always your son. Good afternoon to you folks.
And good afternoon to you, Tater, and good afternoon to Jared over here.
That was good.
Ted, would you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
I forgot about this little deal right here. Here you go. Yeah, football season is upon us. We have last night there were a few scrimmages that went down. I took in a little bit of one of them at PD Academy. Creek Bridge was over there with a couple other teams, including PD Academy. And Creek Bridge came in as usual, on demand. I think they may have had 12 players. But I was most impressed with what they were doing out there defensively. I was a little bit surprised in a way how well they were doing, considering they haven't had a lot of practice time together with their whole team. I understand that they have at least 2 or 3 guys who have jobs, and these kids are working and they are not able to attend the practices on a regular basis because of their jobs.
Got to secure the bag.
Huh?
Got to secure the bag, man.
What do you mean by that?
As in, got to get your money, man.
Yeah, and
CTE, $100 a week. What you want to do? You choose. CTE, brain damage to the left, money for school shoes and school clothes and whatever else you might want without brain damage. It's an easy choice in my opinion. But go ahead.
But then you're not a football player, so you're not a football guy. So
yeah, but I'm not just not a football. I'm not a soccer guy either, but I can't say soccer gives you brain damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a golf guy either. I don't see golf getting brain damage afterwards, killing themselves. That's just me.
They had brain damage when they came out there to be playing that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So yeah, football's an easy target for discouraging people from it. But yeah, man, if they're gonna be playing this year, if you're gonna get out there, either get out there or stay out or stay away without any practice. You're gonna get you're gonna get destroyed out there because everybody else is practicing.
That's true. PD Academy their numbers are really good. I mean, they've got way more players than Creek Bridge. They got as many. Naeem was telling me last night he believes that Creek Bridge, this is not Creek Bridge, but PD Academy, this is the biggest team that they've ever had. Isn't that a little bit ironic? You have the academy, who used to be short on people.
What's their attendance? Like, what's the school's numbers?
I don't know, but all I know is that back in the day, they only could play 8-man football one time. They were playing 8-man football because they didn't have enough players.
I just wonder how big the school has grown to, what the number of enrollment is.
I can't see where it's gonna be have grown that much.
I mean, do they have hundreds of high school age students?
I can't see that. I can't see it being that many.
They must be recruiting then.
Yeah, well, I've seen, and I've heard
their whole student body just loves football.
I've heard of them reaching out to try to recruit kids from Marion. In fact, I think there's a couple of kids from Mullins and Marion on PD's team right now.
So we got a future Oak Hill Academy around here. Okay, recruiting. Hey, man, get your money.
I ain't trying to go Oak Hill here. But,
hey, you recruiting? You doing the same thing Oak Hill does with recruiting.
But Oak Hill's got big, deep pockets. They got money.
Yeah. But PD Academy, they're trying to get some. They're trying to get some.
They won't get there, Jared.
I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying
they're not.
I said they're like. I didn't say
they're nothing like Oak Hill.
They're doing what they do on a lower scale. They're recruiting.
Okay.
They're recruiting high school athletes to come to their high school. That's what Oak Hill does, just on a much larger scale.
Oak Hill recruits high school students. They put them up. They house them.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
I know they can't afford to house them. If they could, they would, but they're doing what they can on a smaller scale. They're doing the same thing on a smaller scale.
All right. Anyway, PD Academy has got some nice numbers. Mullins, I got to see them a little bit this week as well. Spoke to Tony Nelson. He's supposed to be calling in this morning. And Mullins' numbers look really good too this year. Much better than it has over the last couple of years. A lot of optimism in Mullins right now. Tony Nelson is kind of like smiling like the cat who ate the bird. I think he sees something coming big for the Mullins Auctioneers this year. I think he's going to feel that the fans are going to be pleasantly surprised this year with what Mullins does. They had a scrimmage last night as well over in Chirard, I believe. I'm not sure how well they did or how they did, but they're marching on their way toward that opening game. Got to see Marion this week as well, a little on the field a little bit. They look decent. They got some pieces. The numbers are decent, not as many as Mullins has. But I think that Marion will also, they got to be better than they were last year. I mean, they won one game last year. You want to improve on that.
If you win 2, you doubled your
Double your pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that I think they're shooting for a little bit bigger and better than that.
That's a great thing about having a bad, if you're struggling, the amount of improvement that you could potentially get is huge. So I mean, that's the thing, when you're bad, your improvement opportunities are huge.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like Golden State doesn't have a lot of improvement opportunities, even though they keep doing it somehow. But if your team is trash, one thing can drastically change you.
That's true.
Oh, now you got 4 wins. Oh, snap. 4 wins from a 1-win season? That's a big deal.
That would be huge.
That's a major come up.
If they could,
because it's improvement.
If they could win 4 games this year, I'm sure that the fans would be. Well, they're not going to be overjoyed, but
if we win 1 game again, it would be devastating. Or 0 games, that's devastating.
I agree.
You feel what I'm saying? If you win 1 game again, or 0, or even 2, that's still gonna be a devastating season. You win 4, that's a pretty big jump from previous year.
That's a huge jump.
I took y'all to 3. I took y'all to 4 wins from 1. Y'all better respect me. That's what I would say if I was coach.
But you know what? But those things are relative, because when you have a fan base that expects a lot, even though your recent past showing last year you didn't get a lot. You didn't have a lot to cheer for last year. And the attendance was awful last year. After the homecoming game, almost nobody showed up after that. I mean, I think the next week, you really could have. I probably counted between 20 and 30 fans, just a scan and count of people in the stands after that homecoming blowout. And it didn't get better after that. See, usually the party line around here is that football pays the bills. Well, it didn't pay the bills last year. In fact, basketball probably paid the bills last year, because the attendance in basketball was off the chain last year.
A losing sport can't pay the bills. Not for long, anyway.
True.
And depends on how you're losing. You win 1 game a year. You can be more popular all you want. You ain't doing that.
True.
Nobody wants to see it.
I've got is this Tony? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man.
What are you so tired of? What are you so tired for?
We had a week of camp, just getting out of camp. Ended up with our scrimmage last night in Chirard. We played Chirard, Central, Pageland, South Florence. Just been a long week, but it was a good week.
Tony,
I have no place other than that.
Is this the first camp that you guys have had? When I went over there the other day, I was a little bit surprised because I'd never seen it like that. Is that the first time you guys have had a camp where people were like sleeping over or whatever?
No, we do our camp every year. Been
Really?
doing our camp for years. Prior coaches, I think Coach Cromer installed that camp there, and we've been doing it ever since.
Wow. Because when I walked in the gym, I was saying, did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Because there were beds everywhere. It was like, cots and everything.
Yeah, we get, I like to give thanks to our local South Carolina National Guard here in Mullins. They supply us with our tents, our cots. Some of the kids that bring the little air mattresses, whatever they like to sleep on.
Right.
We get people to sponsor our dinners. Sean Troy, St. Paul Baptist Church, Tim Johnson's Barbershop, Mega Barbershop, a number of Palmetto alumni. We have people that sponsors Anderson Brothers Bank. A number of sponsors that help us to also feed the kids as well. So I'd like to thank them as well.
Right. Tony, give me a typical day at the camp. What's a typical day at the camp?
Well, Mike, as far as we know before we got in pass, we didn't get in pass until Wednesday night. We just sitting here trying to learn. We go out early that morning. We practice for about 2 hours. And according to how many hours we got to practice that day, so everything is limited. During the middle of the day, we lifting weights, we running miles, we getting it in, we're doing two tutorial sessions, and then that night, it's more learning. We get a night, we got 3 hours. We go ahead and try to get it in.
Right.
Once pads came on, that Wednesday night, it was on and popping. That Thursday. We was hitting and learning, putting in special teams and things of that nature. Came out that afternoon. We're working on, different things when it comes to defense and offense, putting in more plays. I'm adding in more things on the defensive side, looking at different people. Trying to give everybody a look,
right.
Trying to sit here and see what we got. Because, we need everybody. We need all our bodies. It's one of the good years for us. We had 40 kids out.
Wow, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. So you guys are happy with that, obviously.
Oh yeah. We happy, man. We happy with that. Even though we got some young kids, but they green right now, but it's our job to get them ready and get them ready to play. So
right. Looking at your team, you're the defensive guy. For the most part, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me name some players that folks can expect big things out of this year.
All right. Now I'm the defensive coordinator, but on the staff we have Quentin Smith that's helping me as well, along with Daniel Weeks. He's helping us, and Coach Williams, he helps me with the defense. They help me with the defensive line. Even the offensive coaches, Coach Hamilton and Coach Brown, we all share duties. I help them on the offensive side, they help me on the defense side. But anyway, coming to those defensive players that I got, that got returning. I had a lot of these guys for 4 years. Cameron Weeks, Cameron Bethea, they're my linebackers.
2 Cams.
Along with we got a kid from Marion that transferred in, Russell Dawley.
Yes.
Dawley. He'll be helping us, along with Ron Goss, and Ron Goss will be doing sharing some time at defensive end as well.
Right.
I got a guy, he came in, he transferred in. He's Pop's brother, stepbrother. Jahaven Phillips, he'll be helping me at defensive end. I got some young kids that stepping up that came in this year, playing for their first year on the varsity level. Savion Campbell, he's going to be helping me at defensive end this year. I got some young defensive backs that came in, man, that's helping us, along with the Xavier Leggett and BJ. Pops, he's still going to be helping us on both sides as a defensive back and a defensive end. Damari Platt, Smith, Lamar. I got some kids that we see Marcus, young kids that's stepping up to the plate, man. We played a lot of young kids last night that stood out.
Really?
So it just had a little bit of work. and they're gonna see some good playing on the field.
What type of offense are they going to run this year? Is it going to be similar to what Mullins has done? Is there any changes in that regard?
Right now, we got Coach Ham. He's still been there. He's been there for a few years. I don't see us changing anything. Still going to run the same offense we've been running. Not a secret. The thing is, it's up to you to stop it.
Right.
We're just going to see here coming out. At times, we're going to play some smash mouth football. We're going to see the same thing that we basically
a certain amount of offense.
Yeah. No doubt. The kids, man. The kids have been great. It's, as far as, running and everything that they have to do and the adjustments that we haven't made to the weather or whatever, and how we have to sit here and get things done. They're not griping, they're not moaning. They seem energetic, they're ready to do it, get it done, even actually do the run stuff. We got good kids. The last few years, we had a good group of kids that getting the job done.
Tony, what was your record last year?
Last year was 7.
So you're looking to improve on that this year.
Well, always, like somebody asked me, and I need to hear you saying you're going to the state championship, but I can't tell anybody that. Well, we take it game by game, and we sit here and try to make it happen and try to put our kids in a situation with a ball game.
Right.
But the thing is, it leads to that's what's happened. The thing is, every year, I want you to know, every year, our goal is to sit here and try to go to the finals. We want to beat it.
Right.
That's what we sit here and coach for every year.
Right.
Sometimes, the marches don't fall your way.
Right.
But we're going to do the same thing this year. So nothing has changed when it comes to the coaching style and what our goals are.
Okay, now you guys are in a new conference this year. New conference fold. What do you expect out of that? Out of those changes?
Well, some of the teams that most of the teams that we're playing, we already played them before.
Right.
They were in and they were out. So with the new alignment, I think we got a decent schedule. We really do. I think we got some tough teams out there. You got Carver's Bay.
Right.
They always gonna come hard at you. We got Johnsonville. We got King Street. We got C. Murray. We got some teams that are gonna be go-getters. So we're gonna have to sit here and play a type game in order to try to sit here and win these ball games. So it's not like we got a watered down schedule.
Right.
Far as the conference is concerned, early in the season, we're gonna play early. We're gonna play Marion early this season. We played them week 2.
Right.
We played Creek Bridge week 1. So we get that. As far as the county rivalry and all that stuff, we go ahead and get that out of the way early so we can sit here and focus on the big goal.
Right. So I was told that Xavier Leggett is going to be the presumptive starting quarterback this year. Am I correct there?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you're correct. But we also got other guys that sit here. That's we got working at quarterback, and hopefully we can get them right where they can be able to come in and sit here and help Zay as well on that at that quarterback position.
What about at the skill positions on offense, like running back? Who are some of the people we should be thinking about going forward?
Well, we got Pops. Call him Pops. I don't even know Pops' real name. We got Pops doing it. We got Damari Platt. He also be sharing some time back there. We got that he'd be back there.
Right.
Running with Pops. So Pops is probably going to be our starter for right now. And those guys will fill in and sit here and help relieve him as he needs.
What about wide receiver types and tight ends or whatever?
Wide receiver, we got Sammy Presley.
Oh,
We got
yeah, Sammy. I forgot
BJ
about
Crawford. He'll be also playing. We got still don't count Zay out. Don't count Zay out because if we see him, we get some.
Right.
How about that? Time.
Yeah, he's really good at that too.
We got Shaq. You remember Shaq?
Yeah. He's honest in defense too. He's a big kid.
Sharif Smith, he's going to have some look out there and receiving. We got receivers, man. We really do. Thing is, make sure we doing the right things, right route.
Okay, so we like that. What happens this week?
This week coming get some tutorial sessions in and learn out there on the field. Go out and do some workout on the field. Put some new stuff in. We put it in as we go, a little bit by little bit. So we'll be doing that on both sides of the ball. Make sure we're working on our special teams and everything else. Tuesday and Wednesday we're gonna come out, and Thursday we coming out hitting. We're coming out hitting. Wednesday it'll probably be a light thump day. We call it thudding, doing the love taps on Thursday because we got the jamboree Friday night.
Tell us about the
Central Page down in the Marlboro County. We played them last night in the Sherrod scrimmage. We did pretty good. Central Page preseason number 7. So that was a good test. The
season starts a week from next Friday or 2 weeks next Friday.
2 weeks next Friday. We don't play week 0 this year. So we play week.
Right. Jamboree. You kind of get an idea of the difference because they're both practice, but it's a little different, right? What took head up to the season? Compared to what you've already done, what do you do from this point?
That's the focus to get them ready, get them on the field. Like I said, we got some guys to try to back up today. We get them ready. So they won't have to spend that much time at quarterback. He can kind of back there and get at his spot where he said he would do the things that he would like to do. He loved it.
Right.
You know, he likes to play with the secret. It's not a hidden secret.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
But other than that, man, I mean, like I said, I'm very impressed with some of the young guys that's coming up, what they're doing. We just got to modernize some things. We got to see and cut some mistakes out. Work on some fundamentals. Basically, hey, Mike, and put stuff in, on defense and offense, more plays, things of that nature, being able to learn stuff. Because when I'm on the sideline, they got to be able to say hit and run. They got to execute.
Right.
So it's basically we working on execution. Okay, execution is the key.
Okay. Well, Tony, one last thing. I mean, first of all, good luck. I wish you a very success. And also, how's your queen doing? Because I understand she issues.
Yeah. It was kind of rough there. She had high blood pressure. She has diabetes as well. Blood pressure is kind of high, really high. So we understand. So we're trying to get it under control. I think right now she got some new medicine. She's into the doctor. So I think we're under control. Take the medication properly. You know, those things that keep it calm.
Right.
That's not the favorite. So I tell you, you got diabetes.
You're right. Anyway, give him my best, Tony, and good luck, buddy. We get out.
Hey, appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right. Later.
Thank you.
All right. Tony Nelson. Derek Weeks dropped in. He's down at King Street this year. So you sit down. Derek, tell us about what King Street is going to have this year.
Good evening. Thank you for having me here this afternoon.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Just leaving practice.
Oh, really? Just left practice?
Yeah, just leaving practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how's it looking down there at King Street?
Well, we working.
Yeah.
We working, and
They ain't telling me nothing, though. You ain't telling me how good they're going to be, though.
well, we like I said, we got some players, young players coming in. We had about 7 of the league seniors last year, and then we had a lot, filling some places. They got a couple returning starters coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is the mood down there in King Street?
Get better every day.
Really?
Get better every day and trust the process.
You're not going to come on here with that trust the process.
Trust the process, baby.
Really?
Trust the process.
It worked for Philly.
Trust the process.
It didn't work for them. They got beat.
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
I don't believe in so trust the process. Crazy.
Trust the process.
I don't like it.
You can't distrust the process.
Well, I
You ain't gonna be
leave,
doing that.
just go out and do what you do with all the process crap. Okay?
Trust the process.
Anyway, so
If you
anybody
don't
we
trust what
need,
you're doing,
there's just certain cliches I just don't like. That's all. Man. I mean, I understand why
You
I
gotta
can't
trust what
say
you're
something. I'm not a cliche guy,
confidence.
but who are some of the players we're going to look for this year? Trust the process.
Tyree Scott. He's returning. He's the captain now, a linebacker, middle linebacker. And John James. And we have Jalen Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, his name, we call him Kool-Aid.
Listen, who's the head coach down there now?
Earl Brown II.
Oh, the guy who's so Earl Brown, his dad coached at Burke basketball.
Yeah.
Lost all those state championships. Did he ever win one? He didn't win one.
Oh, I don't deal with basketball.
You remember him?
Who?
Remember Burke was going to the state championship every year, getting beat.
Oh, so he wasn't the one who was there when they won?
No, there was another guy. That's
unfortunate.
But so his son is the head football coach.
Yes.
Who's his son's the athletic director too?
Athletic director. Also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys trying to get your stuff together down there?
Yeah, we're working. We're working hard every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting in the work.
So you being a Mullins guy, you're gonna have to. What do you guys play Mullins at this year?
In Mullins.
Play Mullins and Mullins. So that's gonna be fun.
September the 28th.
You're gonna be happy about that because then you can strut on the sideline and
No.
point fingers at your buddies. And,
My nephew played. I can't do that.
That's right. Your nephew does play, and your brother is one of the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it.
How you guys getting along as a family since you guys have separated in terms of your sports, whatever?
We still get along good.
Yeah?
Yeah, still get along good.
Boone ain't trying to hear that crazy.
We gonna have, even my mom gonna be there.
Really?
Yeah, she gonna be there that night.
that would be something that
Yeah.
a parent would want to see.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, your nephew's on the other side, and he's coming along nicely.
Yeah, doing good. He's doing good.
I've been watching him since he was a little boy.
Yeah,
And, he's a
doing-
great kid.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's a great kid.
Yeah.
So it'll be a family affair. 28th of September. you said?
Yes.
Okay. Derek
Homecoming.
Weeks' return to Marion County.
Homecoming.
Homecoming. No, is it homecoming?
No,
I
hope not.
Oh boy, I'm scared. Anyway, Derek, thanks for coming down today.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got here late. You said you were going to come earlier,
Yeah,
but you didn't
yeah.
show up earlier.
I have a question.
He was at practice.
Oh, that's right. He was
He was at practice. He told
you
you
didn't
what
tell
he
me
told
you were
you
going to be at
trust.
practice.
Trust the process.
I have a question
Yeah, yeah.
about your shirt. It says Jamboree of Champions. Are all these champion teams? Did all these teams win championships at some point? I see Lamar, Pageland,
Lamar.
Chesterfield, Sherrall, Carver's
No.
Bay.
Hartsville. I know Hartsville's won one.
Yeah.
One. I think Manning is one.
Hartsville.
Carver's Bay.
Darlington?
Carver's Bay won the state champion in football. They did, right?
Yeah. With Kwame and all them.
Darlington got one?
I'm pretty sure Chesterfield won. I know Sherrall won because I
Yeah.
saw that one.
What about Darlington?
I don't know about Darlington though in
I don't
football.
think.
I don't think so.
I just thought it was an interesting shirt because it said.
And guess what? The Cowboys gonna win this year, though.
I don't have no knowledge about that.
I don't know
He
what
might
team
know.
you talking about.
Dak Prescott sold out people. That's all I'm going to say.
My boy's gonna kneel.
He sold
Man, they not
people
gonna kneel,
out.
I mean,
And T.O. is today is the Hall of Fame day, and T.O. is not going to be there. He's having his own Hall of Fame party
yes.
in somewhere, wherever it is.
I respect
Like
it.
anybody
Well,
cares.
guess what? I'm not gonna be to his party. I'm gonna be here.
Exactly. Ain't gonna be his party either.
Shout out to Terrell Owens, man. You don't let him treat you like
Big
that.
shout out to Terrell Owens.
Don't let him
How about
treat you
Dez
like that.
Bryant?
Shout out to Dez. Shout out to
Anyway,
Kawhi Leonard.
we'll be back next week with more. Have a wonderful, safe week. It's been real. Peace out.
They hate Kawhi Leonard.
You disconnected, man.
Uh-huh.
How do y'all feel about Kawhi Leonard?